Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, some people on the brand new cruise ship from P&O Cruise Line, their biggest ship, the Iona, well, they're experiencing some very severe problems. We also have the Mexican authorities were very curious about this when they showed up to rescue a passenger on the Harmony of the Seas. I'll tell you about that story. And then I'm going to give you a first look, impressions on the MSC's new cruise terminal in Miami. It's not only a new cruise terminal, it's the largest cruise terminal in the world. So recently, passengers on board the P&O cruise ship Iona, their biggest, brand newest, shiniest work of art, they say, right, for all the new ships. Well, they're on a 7-day cruise right now through Europe, and unfortunately, they are experiencing gastronomical outbreak on board. That's right, that's the third one this month alone. And we have now, they say passengers, quoted by one passenger saying that all the news articles are reporting out there is that the passengers are dropping like flies. And I saw one report, it was kind of funny when I was reading it, because they said the cruise ship, the ship holds 5,000 passengers, but the cruise line is reporting less than 1% of the passengers have come down with the illness. So it could be close to 500 passengers. Now, if you do your math, 500 of 5,000 is 10%, not 1%. 50 passengers. If it's less than 50 passengers out of 5,000 is 1%. But they're saying it is dropping at a fast rate. People are getting sicker every day. Some passengers have reported vomiting in the restaurants, in their staterooms, in the hallways, and it's also affecting crew members. So again, they say the service is down because they are lack of staff. Even the entertainment on board has had to be changed and mixed up in other ways because cast members are unable to perform due to illness. So it may be a little more severe than the 1% they're announcing, or it may just be starting. And in the next couple days, that under 50 could grow to 250 because norovirus spreads like hotcakes, especially if people are being sick all over the place. So if you're on the Iona, take care, wash your hands. And one thing that's making it even worse is that there doesn't appear to be anything on board to counteract the symptoms for actual passengers. So if you get the illness, you need to keep your fluids going. You need to drink. You need electrolytes. And there doesn't seem to be energy drinks or even packages of anything that you can put into water. Anything other than alcohol, soda, coffee, and plain water. Now, water would be the best in this situation, but if you could have some electrolyte energy drinks, that would be even better on board. But apparently there's not even a shop to buy anything along those lines, which is kind of normal on cruise ships when you think about it. Next, we have the Mexican emergency response, where they got an emergency call from the Harmony of the Seas saying that they had a passenger on board who had suffered a heart attack. Immediately they went out, get the boats ready, sent out the boat to meet the Harmony of the Seas with medical staff standing by to perform life-saving emergency response. And they got there and the passenger was standing there looking at them on the dock and actually climbed down into the boat all by himself. Doesn't seem like the biggest emergency possible that you had to send a boat out to meet the ship, which was what they were very curious about. If the passenger was walking around and able to walk around and stand there, why couldn't they have waited till they got into port instead of doing this? Now, hopefully that passenger has medical insurance, because if they don't have medical insurance and they just did a boat rescue, they owe thousands of dollars now to Mexico. Yeah, kind of curious. It's, normally if you can walk and you're talking and they're not going to call in a medical team to get you off the ship. That was a very curious, and they were very curious about it. They kind of questioned this, and they said that they will be interviewing and calling Royal Caribbean to find out exactly what happened in this situation. Now, let's talk about the brand new terminal opened in just a few weeks ago in Miami. It was from MSC Cruise Line. The MSC Seascape was the very first ship to dock there. It's not quite ready. There are a few things in there that are still left to be done. It's functional right now. There are big sections that are still missing some flooring. When they opened, they didn't have the escalators working to go in and out, but it's functional right now. The escalators are working and things like that. But it is huge, folks. This is huge. Their holding area for passengers, their lounge area, can hold 2,400 people sitting. 2,400 people can sit in that area. Plus, they have a premium lounge for those sailing on Yacht Club on their ships. Now, this has going to happen. It has, I think it's 18 facial recognition machines for embarking and disembarking. That's right, even when you're embarking on the cruise ship now, you'll have facial recognition, which makes that process even faster to get on board and will disperse crowds way faster. And then when you get to security, they have 20 x-ray machines. Now, will they all be running at the same time? Well, if they have 2 or 3 ships in, they probably will. And then you'll have your various gates that you can go to. Well, right now they're going to be opening with 2 of the terminals available, like the berthing areas. And then a third one will open later on next year. And the real official opening of this terminal, the largest one in the world, will happen in April. Well, technically March, but they will be launching everything in March, the official inauguration of the terminal, because they want to have the big celebration of the brand new World America, which will be home porting there, and they're going to have their big celebration at that new terminal. So everything should be up and running by April when that cruise ship comes and lands. Now, I did mention they have a third berth, so you're going to have two. So you're going to have 2 berths for MSC cruise ships, and then you're going to have a third one that they are working with the Miami-Dade port authorities and everything to run as well in cooperation with them. So they will have their own ships docking there, but as well as other cruise lines' cruise ships, which could be a little confusing when you're using the same terminal, but they do have like different gates. So they have gates 1 through 10, I believe, that, they can function, funnel people through to get to the areas that they're going. So it is highly possible that, you're going to see a Royal Caribbean ship docking at the same terminal as the MSC cruise ship is going forward starting, next year. But wow. It looks beautiful. I've sailed past it when it was just about to open. It opened like a couple weeks after I sailed out of there. And it does look beautiful. They have a 6-story garage that's attached to the terminal. And none of this walking across streets and everything to get to the parking. It's attached. And then the ground floor has the pickup area for taxis and Ubers and things like that. Looks like it's very well designed and should make sailing out of Miami, at least on the MSC cruise terminal, that much easier. Well, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to have a lot more people come down on the Iona? Do you think there's going to be a lot of people there coming down with the norovirus or some kind of gastronomical output? I have a feeling 50 is not the last number we're going to hear. I think it's going to climb pretty dramatically. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.